What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And today I want to talk about Star Wars Outlaws, the new gameplay demo of this year's Ubisoft Forward 2024. And I'm going to say one thing. I'm amazed by this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, I did like the prequel series to a certain degree. I loved the original trilogy: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. But I'm going to throw a little bit of knowledge out there for you. I know a lot of people already know this, is that this game takes place between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Yes, this game is canonical to that of what Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order were able to do as well in the canonical Star Wars universe. But I think what really makes a good, stronger IP when it comes to Star Wars, other than Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, I really think that Outlaws is really going to take it to the next level, in my personal opinion, because you're not playing as a Jedi with a lightsaber. You're playing as a scoundrel known as Kay Vess, and she's going to have a little bit of that Han Solo-esque type of feel to her, which I think is going to really help this game, in my personal opinion, because we normally don't get games like this. I mean, I know we do have Uncharted, we have Assassin's Creed, right? But this is where I think this game is really going to live up to its full potential because of playing the Han Solo type of scoundrel, and that is where I think that this game is going to do be very unique to that of what this game is really going to do in terms of its story. We don't know what the story is going to be like in this game, other than the developers already have been talking about it to a certain type of extent or type of degree. But then again, it's the fact that this game is going to feel like an Uncharted because of its combat. One thing I do know is that this game is going to be open world. You are able to go through Tatooine. I'm sure that you're able to go through other planets. But I really think that this game is going to live up. I really do. And I'm sure that some people will say, well, this game looks ass. It looks so dumb. It looks terrible. Be that as it may, is the fact that, this is one thing I will say. Massive Entertainment that made, I believe it was The Division 2. They did an excellent job with that game, by the way. This company is making this game. And this game is going to be coming out this year, August 30th, 2024, and it's not too far away, ladies and gentlemen. It's about a month and a half, about 2 months away, actually. And so I really think that when it comes to, I also believe what really makes a strong IP, other than Star Wars or like Uncharted or Assassin's Creed, it has to do with character progression, it has to do with story, it has to do the writing. It's everything what makes a good IP very strong in terms of everything. I think that's where this game is really going to be really cool as well. And for what I understand is that there is a mission from Jabba the Hutt in this game. And I know that it's tied to a certain type of additions that you can get with the game, which I think is kind of stupid. I think that they could have just implemented into the game right away. I think it's really dumb that they were able to do that, but it's whatever. But I'm still going to get this game no matter what, because like I said, I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I think I'm going to love this game. One thing I would really like to put in here too, real quick, is that I'm going to give my own guesstimate of reviews out there. I know it's not too far away, like I said, which in 2 months, end of August of this year. But I really think that this game is going to either get mid 80s, close to 90s, maybe above 90 a little bit, maybe from some outlets. But other than that, I still think that's a strong review rating from these types of companies or review sites. Polygon, IGN, Game Informer, Kotaku. And so, or any other YouTubers out there like ACG or whomever you might think of or who you follow. So all I can say is that I really think when it comes to Star Wars, in my personal opinion, how can you not like a Star Wars? I loved Fallen Order. I loved Jedi Survivor. I thought it was fantastic. It was definitely better than Fallen Order, but I think that Fallen Order was absolutely phenomenal as well in terms of its story, the character progression, and blah, 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 blah. But point being, The reason why I think that Outlaws is going to be absolutely amazing, though, too, is that we're going to be visiting a planet known as Tatooine. Obviously, a lot of people already know this, and there are some elements of this game that are going to bring back some nostalgia factor to us. Because when it came to the original Star Wars, they did have a little bit of a film grain to them a little bit, and that's exactly what's pretty much what they're going to do with Star Wars Outlaws. I think that's a really cool way of showing off the maybe some of its visual fidelity or the artwork style and the structure of the whole entire game itself. And I think that's what makes this game so cool, or how I've seen or watched in this demo. And it's fascinating. And this is the reason why I love talking about games like this, is because when Massive Entertainment decided to make this game, because they really wanted to show and implement of what the original series was able to pertain. Basically, the original trilogy. Other than the film grain itself or the setting of the three. And I think that's where Outlaws is really going to show that off. I really, really do, because this is where I think that Star Wars Outlaws is going to be captivating. I think it's going to be very interesting as to what the gameplay is going to be like, because we have already seen gameplay 2 years ago when they did a 10-minute reveal on the game as well. But other than that, I really think that this game is going to feel like an Uncharted, if you think about it, because Uncharted has a lot of gameplay. You shoot weapons, blah blah blah, like going and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying, is that I really think that when it comes to Outlaws, though, I think that this game is really going to show off of what it looks like now than we initially got 2 years ago. And I'm going to tell you right now, this game looks absolutely amazing. I'm impressed of what this game looks like. And I'm actually going to mention a YouTuber here, because a lot of people don't like this YouTuber. I actually really like him a lot. He brings out some really unique perspectives and opinions. He goes by Reforged Gaming. And Reforged, you do excellent work, man. Keep up the great work. So I'm going to holler you out on my comment section as well. So that way you know. But anyways, what I'm saying is that I think when it comes to this game, I know that he's very excited for this game as much as I am, and he's a Star Wars fan as much as I am. And so I really think that this game has the 100% potential of being amazing. Because not just because it's a canonical game to the original trilogy or the original series of Star Wars, but it's the fact that you're playing as a scoundrel known as Kves. She's going to have that little bit Han Solo-esque to her, but that's the reason why we are playing this character in this game, is because we are so used to like playing Star Wars Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor, because you're a Jedi, you use lightsabers, and while it is cool and badass to play as a Jedi and using a lightsaber, but what's not to like playing as a scoundrel, right? And I think that's so cool. Now, one thing I will put in here, though, too, what I do know is that this game is going to be based on choice and consequences. And there are going to be certain types of corruption underground elements in this game. Corrupt bureaucrats or Democrats and vice versa, da-da-da-da-da. But that's another thing that I think that's what makes this game is going to be so cool, is because of the fact of what this game is going to be able to show us and pertain, and how the entire story is going to flesh out. And that is one thing I greatly appreciate when it comes to a company like Massive Entertainment being so passionate and showing off of what we're going to see in this game in the next 2 months of this year. And that is one thing I really want to talk about here real quick as well. I think when it comes to being a passionate person, much like myself, and showing off a game like Star Wars Outlaws or Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I'm still very skeptical of, but however, I think it's good to know and very important to know is that I think that Massive Entertainment knows what they're doing. I'm going to tell you right now, this game looks amazing. It looks fantastic. I like the visual art style. I love the characters. I like Kves. I like the way how she looks. She actually looks a lot better than she did. And I think that they're going to do an amazing job with this game. I really do. And so all I can say is this, is that If people want to give negative comments on this video, by all means, if you want to, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. It's an open, YouTube is an open platform. That's one thing I will say, is that I have learned to take negativity on my channel. I have learned to take it, because if there's one thing I do know, is that I have learned to take criticism as well. So, it's much further ado. This is Jake from Citizen JV. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. Any comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. And you guys have a great rest of your week. And I had such a good time talking about Star Wars Outlaws here on my channel. You guys have a good rest of your night. Peace.